Hi, everybody. Tim Moore here today. And today I wanted to share with you what I call Tim's Rules number one. There'll be a whole series of these that we'll be doing here over the next few months, so look for them. But today, it's my rule number one of business. It's a universal truth. It's something you cannot avoid. It's something that applies every day to every transaction, every interaction, and every deal that we ever do. The rule's simple. No matter what else you do, building trust is the key to success. Let me ask you a few questions and think about it. Put put yourself on the other side of a transaction. You're now the client. Would you buy from a salesperson that you don't trust? Do you trust your friends? And if you don't trust them, would you loan them money? Are there brands that you trust and others that you don't? That can apply to car brands, that can apply to clothing brands, restaurants, banks, financial services, etc. But when you do business with a brand that you don't trust, if someone has broken your trust, whether it's stealing from you, lying to you, not paying you back money, promising something and not doing it, are you likely to use them again? Are you likely to let them do that to you again? And simply, do you prefer to do business with people that you trust? I think the answer is absolutely. We want to trust our doctors. We want to trust our bankers, our CPAs. We want to trust our realtors, our insurance agents. We want to do business people that do business with people that we trust. It's a very simple thing, but it's a fundamental part of sales. It's a fundamental part of life. So let's think about it for a second. Customers. Customers are great, but a customer represents one deal and one check. They'll buy a house from you, you get paid. That's great. But they have no loyalty to you. They're not real likely to refer you to others. Customers are very transactional. They need something, they buy it, they move on with their lives. So, yes, customers are great. You got paid. But clients are far better. And there's a big difference between clients and customers. Clients will use you over and over and over. And if you're a realtor or a mortgage broker, wow, it matters. They buy from you now, they sell in a few years, they buy with you again, and they do it in a 30-year career. They might buy and sell five, six, seven houses. That's far better than a customer who uses you once and moves on. Clients will refer you to others. Clients will give you favorable reviews. The bottom line is they represent multiple checks over your career. And when you add in referrals, that can be dozens of checks over your career versus a customer who's just one. So I'm going to use one of my favorite quotes, and it's from an author. If you have not read Jeffrey Gitomer's books, read them. He actually has a book written all about trust. But his quote is, you cannot buy trust at any price, but slowly over time, you can build it for free. What a great, great statement. You build trust by doing the right things every day, day after day after day, and relationships develop based on trust. If you want to build clients and not customers, a big part of building clients is building a relationship. Building relationships are based on building trust. So, how do you build trust? First of all, you always put your client's needs first, even if it costs you money. If a client's pre-approved to buy a $500,000 house, but they only want to spend 300, you don't push them to spend five. You help them find what they want at their price. You put their needs ahead of yours. The second thing, you always do your absolute best. I don't care if it's a $100,000 client or $1 million client. If you're going to agree to work with a client, they deserve the best service you can give them always. They deserve the same level of service you give everyone else. Third, tell the truth. Real estate is an industry that I hate to say, a lot of people don't want to tell the truth. They're worried they're going to lose a deal and thus they're not going to get paid. They worry that they're going to get in trouble if they tell the truth. You know what? Telling the truth, it can be painful, but if you tell the truth, you're never going to get caught up in a lie and you're never going to get in trouble. The fourth part, and it kind of goes along with telling the truth. If you don't know the answer, don't try to make it up, don't guess. Be honest and tell them, I don't know the answer, but you know what? I'm going to find out when I get back to the office. And as soon as I do, I'm going to call you to let you know. People understand you don't know everything. Being an expert doesn't mean that you know every single thing all the time. People will respect the fact that you're going to go research it and get them the answer. Next, do what you say you're going to do when you say you're going to do it. I've got a friend of mine who's in real estate, and he's routinely 30 minutes late to every showing appointment he ever has. And he's lost clients over it. You would think he would change that. Never's been able to change it. Does being late all the time build trust? If someone says, hey, I'll meet you there at 4 and they show up at 4:45 and that's their normal behavior, does that build trust or does it damage trust? And last, to build trust, have a great team around you. If you're going to recommend lenders, title people, home inspectors, insurance agents, make sure that they do a phenomenal job. Make sure they're trustworthy. Because one of the quickest ways to damage trust is if you refer someone and they do a lousy job. That will damage trust quicker than almost anything you can do. So this is a great list to think about and revisit. How do you build trust? This is it right here. If you do these things, you will build trust with your customers and you will turn them into clients. And clients will trust you and they will refer you to people they know, and your business will grow. So, what contributes to trust? Well, if you're a realtor, your broker's brand absolutely contributes. If your broker's brand is, if people have never heard of it, does that build trust? No. If a broker has a bad reputation, or if someone has had problems with the broker in the past. So the brand of your broker absolutely contributes to trust. If you're on a team, the team's brand and their numbers, that matters. That builds trust. You can be a brand new agent, but on a really successful team, and you will get credit for that team and that team's resume. So your broker and a team, if you're on one, both of those matter. They do contribute to trust. What else does? Well, your testimonials and your experience. How many deals have you done? How much volume? How long have you been in the business? What do past clients say about you? What do your friends, family, people you work with say about you? What do your peers say about you? All those things contribute to trust. Your knowledge contributes to trust. What you know, if someone asks you about a neighbor and you really know the neighbor well, you're an expert on the area, it matters. And again, the quality of your support vendors matters. Those things all contribute to trust. Those are what people tend to see on social media. That's what people tend to see when they stalk you and look into you before they actually meet with you or choose to work with you. But there's more to it than that. There's certain things that if you do, you are going to build trust with people. If you do what you say you will do, if you put your clients first, if you tell the truth, if you communicate and you communicate well, if you avoid drama, and if your public actions are positive, whether you're involved in charities, whether you're involved in school activities, whether you're involved in your church, what people see matters. So by doing what you say you will do, people will start to trust you. They will start to say things like, wow, that person's really reliable. If they tell you they're going to do it, they're going to do it. That builds trust, doesn't it? Putting your clients first, if your clients ever suspect that your interest is ahead of theirs, they will not trust you. Putting their interest first always and making sure that they understand that you're there to take care of their interest first, that will build trust. Telling the truth is obvious. And everyone on the planet has lied. But there's people that lie all the time when they don't need to, and there's people that lie occasionally to not hurt someone's feelings. We're dealing with people's money, we're dealing with their wealth, their retirement accounts, their investment. Real estate is a huge financial thing. We have to tell them the truth. We have to look out for them. Communication builds trust. How many of you have yelled, kicked, screamed, complained, had bad thoughts about someone who didn't call you back? Or you text an agent, hey, I'm trying to get into this house. I can't get a hold of anyone. Hey, if I'm trying to make sure you got my offer. If you don't communicate, it damages trust because it makes you look incompetent and it makes you look like you don't care, and that damages trust. We all know people that are caught up in drama. No matter what they do, there's always drama around them. Does that make you trust them or not trust them? I think you'd agree. In most cases, it makes you question them. Maybe you're questioning their professionalism, maybe you're questioning their emotional intelligence, but because there's always drama around them, you're questioning them, and that damages trust. And the public action is what people see. So if you want to grow clients and you want to get referrals, you have to build trust. So be trustworthy. It starts with tell the truth and do what you say you're going to do. It starts with what your mom told you. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Treat them nice, be upstanding, be professional. It will matter. Last, what destroys trust? We all know these, but lying destroys trust. Not doing what we say we will destroys trust. Putting our own interests ahead of our clients, lack of expertise, bad reputation, unknown brands. The same things that build trust, if you don't do them, damage trust. And I will say this, no matter what stage you're at in real estate, unless you're retiring in a few weeks, your reputation is based on trust. Everything else builds trust. When people say my reputation is based on my expertise, no, it's based on trust. Expertise is part of trust. Everything we do as salespeople, everything we do in our business, from marketing to closing, even for realtors, when you call another agent, when you're sending offers over, if that agent doesn't trust you, they're going to tell their client. Even our relationships professionally with our peers depend on trust. So if you want to struggle in business, if you want to hurt your career, here's the list that'll do it, and it'll do it quickly. So we've come to the end of another video. Again, this was Tim's Rules #1. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and please visit our website often, therealagенtreport.com. Check us out on YouTube. Come jump in on a live webinar, jump in on a live Q&A, watch our business tips, watch our monthly classes. We'll be posting some ebooks on a regular basis that you can download. And as always, the site and the videos are free, the training's free. So thanks for being here. Please invite a few of your peers if you'd like. Help us grow the page and help us help others grow their business. Thanks again. Have a great day. And please, 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 please build your trust with clients. Take care.